Everybody wants to get rich, am I right? And a surefire way to get rich quickly is to find some sunken or buried treasure. Unfortunately for you, all treasure on this list have already been found. Today we're going to be looking at 10 shipwrecks that were discovered to have amazing treasure. Stay tuned for number 1, as that is a shipwreck that created a lot of controversy back in 2007. Number 10. The Salcombe Shipwreck. Between 1200 and 900 BC, a ship floundered off the coast of Devon in England. To put it in perspective how long ago this happened, at the time of its sinking, Babylon was at its prime. On top of that, the Hanging Gardens hadn't even been built yet, and it would also be centuries before the birth of Buddha. The discovery of the Salcombe Shipwreck was announced in 2010. Amateur archaeologists and divers have uncovered 300 artifacts that weigh over 185 pounds combined. This includes copper and tin ingots, which were used to make bronze, weapons, and several pieces of jewelry. Now, this is hardly the largest treasure found in the shipwreck, not even by a long shot, but its value and significance lies elsewhere. It is by far one of the oldest shipwrecks ever found, and the artifacts found within have proven that a definite trade network existed between Britain and Europe during the Bronze Age. Academics from Oxford University are investigating the finds to try and locate its exact origins, but unfortunately, none of the ship's parts are still intact. Number 9. The Belly Tongue Shipwreck. The Belly Tongue Shipwreck, also called the Tang Shipwreck or Batu Hitam Shipwreck, was the first Arabian ship to be discovered and excavated. It was accidentally found by fishermen just off the coast of Indonesia in 1998, and it was quite the accidental find. The Arabian ship sailed possibly between Oman and China during the 9th century AD, and evidence suggests it traveled from the so-called maritime Silk Route even when it mainly transported ceramic. The vessel sank on the return journey, and according to this affirmation, an interesting point about the Belly Tongue Shipwreck is its location. It is unclear why the vessel was so far from the route which it was supposed to take. So far, it has yielded the richest and largest assortment of early 9th century Tang Dynasty gold and ceramic artifacts ever found. Some of these interesting finds include bowls, spice jars, inkwells, funeral urns, crystals, and gilt silver boxes. Some of the more significant items included pearls from the Gulf, rubies and sapphires, a gold cup which is the largest ever found, and a silver flask. After its excavation, the cargo was purchased by the Singaporean government, which has loaned it indefinitely to the Singapore Tourism Board. Number 8. The SS Central America. The SS Central America sank during a hurricane in September 1857, carrying 15 tons of gold. Its sinking greatly added to the Panic of 1857 in the United States, which in turn led to the First Worldwide Economic Crisis. It was an 85-meter-long side-wheel steamer. She was scheduled to deliver 477 passengers, 101 crew, and up to 30,000 pounds of gold prospected in the California Gold Rush to New York's desperate financial establishments, which is worth around $500 million today. After its discovery in 1987 and the subsequent excavation, 39 insurance companies claimed they had a right to the gold and artifacts recovered because of damages paid by them in the 19th century. Legal battles ensued, which ultimately saw the discovery team ending up with 92% of the gold. One of the gold bars discovered became a very important piece of currency after selling for $8 million, a world record at the time. Number 7. The Antikythera Wreck. In the year 1900, divers discovered an ancient shipwreck just off the island of Antikythera. The Archaeological Service of Greece launched an expedition shortly thereafter in what was the world's first major underwater archaeological expedition. Many other expeditions to the site were made since then, but an expedition in 1976 recovered the most significant part of the cargo. They recovered the Antikythera mechanism, which is believed to be the world's oldest analog computer, which has received so much media coverage over the years that many are not aware of the ship's other treasures. This famous wreck also yielded a massive haul of other treasures, which also included coins and jewelry, glassware, pottery, wonderful statues, and even copper couch beds. One of the extraordinary well-preserved statues was a classical bronze statue sculpted from sometime from 340 to 330 BC. This statue was called the Statue of a Youth. The entire collection of artifacts recovered, which is valued from anywhere in between 120 to 150 million, was on display at the National Archaeological Museum in Greece until August 2013. Number 6. The SS Republic. The SS Republic was a Civil War-era sidewheel steamship that sank in 1865 while carrying a large cargo of silver and gold coins and a stunning variety of everyday wares essential to life in the mid-19th century America. Over 51,000 US gold and silver coins were recovered from the wreck site, as well as over 14,000 artifacts. A fascinating assortment of 19th century goods in use during the Civil War years. En route from New York to New Orleans with passengers and commercial cargo, the Republic was lost in a violent hurricane on October 25, 1865. The passenger and crew escaped from the sinking ship, yet a fortune in coins and much-needed cargo to help rebuild New Orleans' post-Civil War economy sank to the bottom of the Atlantic seabed 518 meters deep. The treasures from the SS Republic have been conserved. Rare items remain in the permanent collection and many are on display at various venues around the world. Certain items are available for collectors through the Shipwreck store and the private curatorship program. Now, just what is the estimated value of the entire recovered treasure? Well, anywhere from 120 to 180 million. Number 5. The Diamond Shipwreck. The Diamond Shipwreck, also known as the Bom Jesus, is a shipwreck discovered in the sands of the Sperrgebiet, which literally means prohibited area in German. This is the rich and off-limits De Beers diamond mining lease near the mouth of the Orange River on Namibia's southern coast. In 2008, a company geologist working in the mining area U60 came across what seemed to be a perfectly half sphere of rock. After picking up the rock and having a closer look at it, he realized that it was actually a copper ingot. On its weathered surface was a peculiar trident-shaped mark, which turned out to be the hallmark of Anton Fugger. He was one of Renaissance Europe's wealthiest financiers. Archaeologists would eventually find an immense amount of these ingots beneath the sands, which weighed 22 tons in total. Along with weapons, armor, bronze cannons, cannonballs, pewter bowls, ivory tusks, and of course, gold. The gold was in the form of coins, more than 2,000 in total, mainly Spanish excelentes bearing the likenesses of the monarchs Ferdinand and Isabella. However, there were also some Venetian, Moorish, French, and other coinage. As the shipwreck was in the middle of one of the world's most jealously guarded diamond mines, it is little wonder that its contents had been safe from treasure hunters all this time. The treasure found was so exorbitant that its total value is still being estimated to this very day. Number 4. The SS Gersoppa. The SS Gersoppa was a 125-meter steel-hulled British cargo steamship that was enlisted in the service of the United Kingdom Ministry of War Transport and then sunk by a German U-boat on February 16, 1941. This happened approximately 300 miles southwest of Galway, Ireland. The ship carried a total cargo of silver, approximately 7 million ounces worth £600,000 at the time, and the UK Ministry of War Transport paid an insurance loss of approximately £325,000 at the time for silver bars lost with the ship. In 2010, the United Kingdom Government Department for Transport awarded Odyssey Marine Exploration an exclusive salvage contract for this cargo from the Gersoppa, and a year later in 2011, Odyssey located the Gersoppa shipwreck approximately 4,700 meters below the surface of the North Atlantic in international waters 300 miles off the coast of Ireland. Recovery operations on the site were conducted starting in 2012. In July of that year, Odyssey announced the recovery of approximately 48 tons of silver from the site. Then in 2013, Odyssey recovered more than 61 tons of silver from the shipwreck. To date, over 110 tons or 2,792 silver ingots has been recovered from the SS Gersoppa, which is estimated to be worth $200 million today. Number 3. The Whydah Galley. The Whydah Galley, commonly known simply as the Whydah, was a fully rigged galley ship that was originally built as a passenger, cargo, and slave ship. On the return leg of its maiden voyage of the Triangle Trade, it began a new role in the golden age of piracy, when it was captured by the pirate Captain Samuel Black Sam Bellamy. In the evening of April 22, 1717, Captain Sam Bellamy's ship Whydah went down with all hands on board off the coast of Cape Cod, Massachusetts, taking with it a massive booty, including 400,000 gold and silver coins. At the time, it was carrying plunder from its raids on 50 ships. The wreck was found in 1984 off Wellfleet and has since pulled up 200,000 artifacts, including gold ornaments, sword handles, even a boy's leg. It's believed that the ship broke apart from the trove of coins and other treasure poured from the stern as the ship broke up and the stern drifted away after the ship went down in the gale-force storm. The wreck of the former slave ship turned pirate ship has spawned legend after legend of its captain and onboard treasure. Now it's time for the day's best pick. And today we're going to be looking at a shipwreck that not only is laden with treasure, but is also rich in history. Number 2. The Nuestra Senora de Atocha. Nuestra Senora de Atocha was a Spanish treasure galleon and the most widely known vessel of a fleet of ships that sank in a hurricane off the Florida Keys in 1622. At the time of her sinking, it was heavily laden with copper, silver, gold, tobacco, gems, and indigo from Spanish ports at Cartagena and Portobello in New Granada. For further clarification, these are now present-day Colombia and Panama, respectively, and Havana bound for Spain. The Atocha was loaded with a cargo that is today almost beyond belief. 24 tons of silver bullion and 1,038 ingots, 180,000 pesos of silver coins, 582 copper ingots, 125 gold bars and discs, 350 chests of indigo, 525 bales of tobacco, 20 bronze cannon, and 1,200 pounds of worked silverware. That is just a lot right there. And to all this can be added items being smuggled to avoid taxation and unregistered jewelry and personal goods, all creating a treasure that could surely rival any other ever amassed. In all, the Atocha held about $400 million in assorted treasure. The search for the ship and its lost treasure started in 1969 and only concluded in 1985 when explorer Kane Fisher declared that they had just found the motherlode.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. The Black Swan Project. The Black Swan Project is the project name given by Odyssey Marine Exploration for its discovery and recovery of an estimated US $500 million worth of silver and gold coins from the ocean floor. Initially, Odyssey kept the origin of the treasure confidential. It was later proved in trial that the recovered cargo was being carried by the Spanish frigate Nuestra Senora de los Mercedes, which sank off Portugal in 1804. The discovery gave rise to quite a controversy when Odyssey flew 17 tons of coins, mostly silver, from Gibraltar to a secure location of unknown address in Florida, USA. The company did not release the type, date, or nationality of the coins, while rumor attributed it to the Merchant Royal, which sank near Land's End in 1641. At the time, Odyssey said that it planned to return to the site to perform an excavation expected to uncover more coins as well as other artifacts. However, Odyssey was sued by the Spanish government in US courts, which eventually ordered the treasure to be returned to Spain. Did we miss out on any other treasure-related shipwreck? Let us know in the comment section below. Want to watch more videos about amazing discoveries? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen. As always, everybody, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Later, everybody.